Everybody, I appreciate everyone coming out today. My name is Daniel Davis, and I work here at the JAX Chamber, and it's an exciting time in our community. I remember when we were awarded the Jaguars. How many in here remember that? And there was a sense of energy and excitement in our community like I'd never felt before. And I really am starting to feel that exact same excitement after we've gone through the economic downturn. I think we're seeing a recovery, that excitement and energy we have in our community that is unsurpassed by any other community. And with that, we see economic development taking place. Number one, I want to thank Mike Hightower, chairman of JAXBIZ, for all of the effort that he's put into our community and in the service of the JAXBIZ board members to vet candidates that we believe are the right business candidates for our community. When we had interviews a couple months back, we had the opportunity to interview every candidate for sheriff, and there was a candidate that came through that was clear to us that he was the right candidate to lead our community and lead law enforcement in the future. We're excited to make that announcement today, and I'm going to let Chairman Hightower do that. But I got to at least talk to you about the rational nexus between business owners feeling safe and having a productive economy. We have to create a safe environment here in our community to be able to have successful business in our community. Does everybody agree with that? Absolutely. It's a correlation that we cannot forget. And we know that our current sheriff has worked extremely hard, and it was my pleasure to work with him when I was on the city council to create a safe environment. Whenever we are facing tragedies in our community, quick to react, quick to take action. And we believe that our endorsed candidate moving forward, once he is elected as your next sheriff, will be the one that will pick up that ball and run with it down the field. Does everybody agree with that?
Yes.
I totally do, and I'm excited to make that announcement today. But with that being said, a pillar of our community who has led and served in the business arena and in Tallahassee and in Jacksonville, our chairman of JAXBIZ, Mr. Mike Hightower.
Thank you, Mr. President. Couple of disclaimers. I picked the wrong day to double park in a bad spot. I just realized that. I gave the keys up front. No tickets, please. One more and I'm out. Thank you all for being here. On behalf of the JAXBIZ board that interviewed Mike, there were over 16 of us. And I want to underscore what President Daniels said. I will tell you that the cross-section of our JAXBIZ board, Democrat, Republican, Independent, Black, white, female, Hispanic, everyone. And I will tell you without a doubt that when all four of the candidates came and gave their best pitch to the JAXBIZ board and using what we thought was the rationale and the grid and the what we would say is the reason for the endorsement, which President Daniel Davis talked about, there was one candidate that overwhelmingly became the favorite of the JAXBIZ board. I will tell you the vote was quick and it was overwhelming. And I will tell you is that having had the opportunity to live here since 1957, this town has gone through a number of ups and downs. It's a great town, and it's made because of the men and women who are every day put their lives on the line to help make this a great community. We've still got problems, you know it, I know it, but I will tell you is every great community moves forward by making great decisions and picking good leaders. We did that when we picked Daniel Davis to be the chairman of the second largest chamber of commerce in the United States. Always remember that. And then the second thing is we are here today to talk about our endorsement of Mike Williams for the next sheriff of this city. This is This is not to say that the men that came before us are not good people. What you were looking for, as President Davis said, is someone who, one, has been on the street, that understands what is happening on the street. Number two, the most important thing, is somebody who has administrative leadership qualities. Now, to the men and women who are every day out there, you need to have confidence in that leader that is going to be telling you the right things for the right reasons. And I think more importantly, you want a leader that's going to have your back. You may not always agree with your leader. The most important thing is that he's qualified, he has a moral compass, and number two, he understands what you go through every day. That is one of the reasons why it made it real obvious today. When you look at over 20 years of administrative leadership, you talk about somebody who's been on the street that understands what the men and women do every day, who has that empathy and understanding that as we look at how we take this community to the next level for that quality of life. Ladies and gentlemen, there was absolutely no doubt in our mind, overwhelmingly, that Mike Williams should be the new leader to take this community to the next level. And it is my pleasure to introduce, on behalf of the JAXBIZ board, but also on behalf of Daniel Davis, President Daniel Davis, and the board here at the Jacksonville Chamber of Commerce. Ladies and gentlemen, the next sheriff, Mike Williams.
Well, thank you guys for coming out today, and Mike and Daniel, thank you so much. I want to thank all of you again for coming out. Thank my wife Jody for being here. My dad's here in the back. But again, thanks for coming out. Listen, first and foremost, I want to say how humbling it is to receive this very important endorsement. As I meet with citizens from all around our community, and they share with me their concerns about things that could impact the quality of life for us here in Jacksonville. We talk about eroding police service levels. We talk about a pension crisis that must be solved. And we talk about violent crime issues that really continue to impact our community. We have worked hard at JSO over the past several years to really push and drive record declines in crime in Jacksonville. And we've done a good job with that. But that's hard for some people to understand and hard for them to see when the drug trade continues to drive so much of the property and violent crime that we see in our community today. But that's where the Chamber's pro-business stance and my deep understanding of community-oriented policing principles can come together and really drive engagement on those issues. Listen, we are going to move the needle on citizens working with their elected sheriff to solve problems in this community. That's a promise. We're going to work on that. Let me say in closing that I'm excited. I'm honored to receive the endorsement, and I'm prepared to continue a campaign that will make the Jacksonville Chamber of Commerce and its JAXBIZ leaders proud of their choice of me as Jacksonville's next elected sheriff. So thank you for being here today. God bless you, and God bless our great city.
Once again, thank you for coming out. I'm sure that the next sheriff will take plenty of questions if you have questions. And with that being said, we're adjourned unless anybody has any questions right now. All right, with that being said, we'll hang out and look forward to talking to everybody in here the rest of the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you.